Hey, 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 everybody. This is Atari Bot. How about this one? Wait. Hi. Hello. This is Atari Bot. I've been trying to come up with a new greeting. I don't know. I know how people like to say hello in different languages and different things or whatever. Ooh, that's cool. I only know a few languages. I don't speak them all that well. Even my native tongues. Kind of crazy. Anyway, here we are today building the MetaCloud, and currently in the shop as the DB14 MetaCloud. But if you look it up either way, it will come up. And what we have here is a bomber. Is it a bomber? Is it a hover? I noticed in a few other videos, people had pointed out hovers make great thrust. They make really great thrust. So much so, it could be used for flight. Now, what I could do is I could put a whole bunch of hovers here. But what you need to do is if you pay attention here, you notice I have the real light blocks on top, and I have the heavy blocks on the bottom. There's a reason for this. One thing, the bottom portion is going to be kind of a shield against our moving parts as we lay waste to our enemy, as we drop plasma all over them. Yeah, now we've got 10 of the epic hovers there. And notice where they are. They're much higher on here. And if you also pay attention, look carefully, I put these little hovers up there because I felt I'm pretty good at judging what my bot's going to need and where. I don't even have the little stats up in the corner. But sometimes I look at that, but not very often anymore. I kind of go by feel. And if I feel like I'm in the test area and I feel like this robot needs to do a little bit more of this or a little bit more of that, then I'll go make adjustments. But we're going to do something really unheard of here. Notice here, see the blocks I'm putting down? Not connected there. That way if we get struck in the middle, they're not going to take out all our moving parts. We're going to leave a little bit of connection point at the front and the back of this. Now, this is only one block wide. So, of course, it can't take too much damage. So, rather than worry about... Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta stop here for a second and I gotta explain something right here. Okay, I had apparently been doing a lot of flight experiments, and these rudders here started becoming my favorite part. They have a good bit of health to them, and a good bit of movement to them, and without being horrendously huge and sticking out somewhere. I wanted to be able to try to wrap stuff around them, to keep, I want to save the wings as much as possible here, so basically anything on the outside down here can be struck, so you're best off in the air, because a lot of this doesn't affect what's connected to actual moving parts and stuff. And what's all along top is triforced around in such a way that any damage to any one section there can pretty much hold up and be surrounded by parts that will hold up and hold around. Now, several shots into one section, any particular one area, enough shots, yeah, you're going to penetrate enough to blow this bot in half, But you pretty much, it's a good bot. It's a pretty tanky bot. They have to have really good aim and just be trying to shoot for the middle, I think. That's about your best bet, which is about the same thing with any bot you fight, really. I don't know. I haven't noticed too much as far as weak points on this so far. If I was guessing that the top would, but it's not too bad. Let me know, You're welcome to make your variations, by the way. And I don't mind if anybody really, hey, if you want to make your own video on this, or if you want to upload your own version to the CRF, and whatever, if you give me credit, great, for the inspiration or whatever to do this. I'm saying that as far as my inspiration on this was kind of like the idea behind a thundercloud, and some of the ideas I'd seen other people do with hovers and wings and stuff, and make thing. You know, they were demonstrating the thrust ability of the hovers being able to be used for flight. So, and the neat thing about doing that is that you aren't going to get you can get a decent amount of speed because I'm doing a bunch of hovers. I'm doing 0 thrusters. Now pay attention here. Look right here how I'm putting these blocks in. This is part of the Triforce that I was telling you about. And if you notice exactly, I'm putting it down in an exact pattern along there, because this is how I'm wanting the damage to be distributed. So you just got to reach out. It's almost like a V pattern when you think about it, how damage gets distributed, rather than just a straight line into the middle area, you know? I don't know. It seems like it takes more, but, you know, like I said, I'm having trouble. You guys are going to have to try it out. I only came up with the name. Listen, I didn't come to the name MetaCloud lightly, you know? I was wanting to call it some sort of cloud, but then after I tested it, the name just was like, yeah, I'm going to call it a MetaCloud. I'm going to take the risk. Because it's almost like once you name something meta, you know, you want to make sure it actually is meta, you know. And I think, you know, this quite possibly could be. You know, the one thing, there's been some vehicles out there that claim to be meta, and maybe with a group of them they seem okay, but they're not always quite the meta bot you'd expect, you know. And for some of the newer players who save up their money thinking this is the new thing, you know, sometimes not, you know. And it helps sometimes just, you know, keep playing the game. You're not going to instantly be good, even if you just get a really great bot all of a sudden. It takes a lot of practice. Crazy. Anyway. Notice, like I say, heavier blocks on the bottom and much lighter blocks on the top. And notice where my placement on hovers are. No thrusters. You know, look at where all my connection points are. Everything's like wraps around at some point. And then I put some block spam in the areas I think that matter, you know. But there's always it's all kind of sectioned. But it's sectioned in a way that loops. It's not sectioned away like an octopus, you know, or whatever, has its legs spread out or something. It's not like spider legs or a snowflake, you know what I'm saying? It's not things that go out. It's making that parts that go out connect somewhere else at another spot. And, you know, you kind of want to make things loop. You want connection points that loop, so that if you break one connection point, it's still being held on by the main part with movement over there on that piece, you know. You want it to be in the end, like, you know, 1%. And as much movement as possible, you know, when it gets down to that, because that 1% is not really 1%. It's the 1% of what's designated to the point your bot was designated to blow up at that CPU level. But anyway, that would depend on how big your CPU was when you built it. But you can go to FreeJam's forums and see more about that. They got all kinds of stuff there. That's another way I was saying, well, this will give me a little extra connection there. And it kind of makes nobody really aims for the back of your robot very much. So, you know, put an extra layer but in the back to give it a little more protection. I also give it an extra gun, because if, you know, I expect to lose a gun when I'm under fire. You know, that doesn't mean I can't take them out before they take me out. You know, especially you want to be able to take out air flak. You know, if you get a group of these guys, here's what you want to do. You want to take out any aero flak first, then take out any SMGs, and then take out the little proto seekers and things that will lock on you and stuff. You know, work your way down to plasmas, because as you're in the air, plasmas can't hit you. Shotguns won't hit you. You know, just kind of stay up high and just take out those bots, and you'll win every fight. I mean, it's just. But like I say, this has the ability to sit there on the ground too. But See those back pieces down there? I don't keep those. Those go bye-bye. That's why I didn't. If you're actually following along, you know, I tell everybody, you know, that my videos change. They don't stay the same. My builds go, I say, let me do it this way. I said, no, I don't want that down there. I wanted my lasers up top, because if I play hover, you know, so I put a little more block spam up here. Again, a little Triforce and for no reason. Because when you look at how it hooks up, it's like, yeah, it kind of just distributed still. It's kind of the same. Do a little bit of painting here. Decided to go with some sort of gray stripe, orange stripe, white stripe thing. These were like nacelles or tanks or something, I thought, you know. Who knows? This was like an engine inside of here or something. My space engine. This is my made-up spaceship, by the way. The Metacloud. Hey, it could be a name. I know what you're thinking. But the E-14 or whoever would never call their ships the Metacloud. You don't know. Let's do it in honor of the Uvar 23. You know, here's the thing. He was so worried that other people were copying his bots and uploading them to YouTube. And there was this Russian guy that did do it. He rebuilt Thundercloud and re-uploaded the video of him building the Thundercloud that Huvar had a build video of how to do. So it made him mad, you know, and FreeJam had you know, did this stuff to try to prevent these things, but you know, what do you do on YouTube, you know? So, but anyway, I think that was part of, you know, what aggravated him, and he went on to Brawlhalla. But I think he should have stayed with the Robocraft thing, you know. He could have did some more stuff. This one here, this is me testing it out some. Look at this. I don't know how to do it. I could just like do any kind of maneuver I can imagine. It just handles just like a dream. You can pitch and roll it in any way you want. It doesn't fall. It doesn't do anything. It goes exactly where you point it and go. This is keyboard control, by the way. Look at this. It's ridiculous. Look at the loop-de-loops. Look. I can loop-de-loop and get this. You know, my only power is hovers right now. And I'm easily just jumping up to 200 miles an hour with a 2000 CPU flyer. Yeah. All I have to do is aim right. And to be honest, it works as a hover just fine. But it's much funner to get in the air. But, yeah, I mean, if you look like you're going to be overwhelmed by aeroflak in a match, what are you going to do? You know, you're going to have to. But what you can do, too, is, like, if they come up kind of to a medium range, you can just pitch up a little bit and fire off those plasmas as a hover on the ground. And you don't, like I say, you don't even have to play the spot in the air. It's an optional thing. It's like you get lucky in the air and the skies are safe. It's like, yay, you can play in that. But if it looks dangerous in the skies, then just stay on the ground. This works great as a hover. You can kind of cock the nose up a little bit and just use the hover to fire at targets as well. It's kind of hard to not want to be in the air, though. I was really impressed. Look at these loop-de-loops, and look the ceiling. Look, boom. I actually think into it. Look at that. Look at the loop-de-loops. I liked my loop-de-loops. And it's hard to get upside down and right. It self-rights itself so easy. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just really happy with the way this bot came out. And yeah. Yeah, we're gonna see. Unfortunately, I've just made this video, but I'm gonna have to wait before I can post it. A couple days, what have you. And the thing is that I've entered into the art bot contest, so I want to wait until that's done. I don't want this video to influence whether or not I win or not, because it is an impressive fight as far as what it can do. Look at it go. I was just playing around. And that's with that one gun on top, so I think, you know, if you take the gun, the less weight off the top, you know, if you just want to go with plasmas, that's fine, or you just want to put two guns. If you put them on, there's a couple connection points you'll see in a moment. I'm going to show you. And then I put them on in a bad place, and then I go back and fix it. And I thought, well, they look good there, but then, you know. But that's where I didn't like this placement. And later on in this video, stay tuned. We will show you the new placement of those weapons. We also make a couple changes to a couple of blocks. And we paint it again. And it basically just redoes the balance. See? This was later on, by the way. It wasn't like I instantly did that. I actually took it to a few battles and stuff and was like, you know, I just wanted to shift away a little bit more forward, you know, because I don't want to ever feel like I'm struggling to pitch down. It should pitch down almost as easily as it pitches up. I want it to pitch up a little easier though, because I like doing the loop-de-loops and all that good stuff. So having it a little bit back there is not too bad, but you don't want to overdo it. I'm just going crazy, painting everything and anything the way I want it. I wanted the glass to all be gray. Hey, I'm limited to the free colors, you know. That's going to change, though. It's going to change. There's no point to me staying free. I've made a point. I've proven to everybody that this game doesn't require, you don't have to have premium. But at this point, you know, it not only to support free jam, I just want to be able to have more colors. Don't you guys think I should have more colors and a better garage? A premium garage to make it look prettier for YouTube? It just look better. I think people might like it. I mean, I think everybody's appreciated what I did with non-premium, but there's like this thing I've noticed, you know. It's kind of like, if you have premium, you could be twice the level as somebody who doesn't have premium, and it didn't make you any better. They're just twice the level because they had premium, because they got that premium bonus. It didn't mean they were playing twice as long as you. In fact, you played half as long as they did. Of course, if you looked at it that way, but you didn't. You played the same exact amount of time. Anyway, thanks for watching. I won't rant. It's all good. It won't be long. I'm going to have to join the masses. I know. What's going on? Where am I? What is this? Am I a frog? I don't know.